free agent to a very, very deep receiver room already. All goes down next right here on Raider Nation News Today.
Sanctioned by the new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Welcome to the House of Hammer built by the nation for the nation. Welcome to Raider Nation News Today. If it's your first time in here, don't let it be your last. Break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash the bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions. Give me 1 second. The chat was up on the screen for like 2 seconds and then it disappeared. We got to fix that. Oh, there it is. There it is. Shout out to Bali. Hope everybody's doing well wherever you guys are at. Happy Monday. You've already heard my brothers earlier today. Wasted just wrapped up his show. Graf was on earlier. He will be on, I believe, later on tonight, giving his predictions of who's going to be starting for this franchise at the beginning of September. Still 4 months away from the start of the regular season, which we're excited about. There's a lot to get into. Look, there hasn't been a lot of news lately, but this today was something that a lot of us have been talking about for months, and we've talked about it as recently as last week when it came to free agents that are still on the market, free agents that we would like to have here in silver and black, and a guy that we were fortunate enough to meet in Vegas during Pro Bowl weekend. I'm going to give Graf his credit because Graf was the very first person to call this when it came to Marcus Peters, a discussion he had with him Pro Bowl weekend while we were out there. He wanted to be a Raider. I said it in the short earlier today. Hey, like, that door better be locked until he signs a contract. But we shall see. Let's go into it when it comes to Marcus Peters. Been in the league since 2015, three-time Pro Bowler, 2015 Defensive Rookie of the Year. Let's just bring the stats up and the information for you guys. Here we go. Last season, after suffering a torn ACL in 2021, kind of bounced back a little bit, 47 tackles, 1 interception, 1 sack, 2 fumble recoveries. Since joining the Ravens, as he was traded by the Los Angeles Rams, 99 tackles, 8 interceptions, 2 sacks, 6 forced fumbles, 4 fumble recoveries in 37 games for his career, which has been quite a long time. Again, he's been in the league since 2015. 284 solo tackles, 62 assisted, 2 sacks, 10 fumble recoveries, and 32 interceptions. In his rookie campaign, he did lead the league in interceptions. Shout out to everybody that's in here. Let me go through it very, very quickly. Raider Paul Salute, Ruben Russ, number 1, 2, 3. Ender, what's good? Anthony Estrada, Sean Johnson, the unofficial producer of Raider Nation News Today. Percival, Raider Mike, what's good? Cloud9, my brother, what is good? Christopher Munoz, what's good? My brother Graf is in the building. What's good? Vicky, what is good? You know what? Let's pull the chant up. Let's do it the right way while we're in here. Y'all know what it is. Let me get this chat again. I want to fix this chat highlight so I get to actually interact with you guys a little bit more. Give me 1 second. Let me reload this real quickly. It does say we're live. I think it did mess up. Go figure. This is one thing I hate about using different softwares. And of course, whatever. Not even going to address that. It just goes to show how things are still going. Here we go. Overlay. Where is it? Where is it? Chat highlight. Properties. There we go. There it is. There it is. There it is. So there we go. Primo salute. Saul, what is good? And salute to everybody else in the chat. The tribal chief of Raider Nation, the only tribal chief I would respect. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Dev Royal, what's good? All right. So again, and Graf is in the building. Take your cactus. This was your call in regards to Marcus Peters. Let's just hope a deal gets done. I've talked about it money-wise for quite some time, even if it's a league vet minimum, even if it's around a ballpark. I've said, I want to say like roughly $8, maybe $9 million. But don't let this dude leave the room. I did hear, per wasted before, that Quan Alexander visited with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Haven't heard any movement on that since, but look, year in and year out, it seems that the Steelers always have the right pieces, at least when it comes to their defense. Offensively last year, not the best year in Kenny Pickett's rookie campaign, and some of the guys they let go or didn't re-sign. Juju Smith-Schuster, believe, not Deontay Johnson. Who's the other one? There was another receiver that they had that just got traded. It might have been Deontay Johnson. They got traded to the Chicago Bears in that trade before the deadline. But we shall see what they're doing. If it's another guy that's on our radar, we'll have him in for a visit. I'm still, like I said in the short, I'm anticipating cuts come June 1st. There's really any solid guys that we can get, any veteran guys that we can get, because at this point, and it seems to be like a year in, year out thing, I would much rather have certain guys on defense with that are vets, preferably a linebacker. A cornerback, yeah, Peters would be great and fill that void right now. We'll see. It was Claypool, that's right. I'm so sorry. Raider Mike, thank you. It was Claypool that got traded to the Chicago Bears. So, yeah. So, let's get rid of this for now. And we are going to be talking about another, or actually not another, but a signing that actually happened earlier today. Actually within about the last 2 hours, if I remember correctly. The Raiders signed former undrafted free agent and former Patriot, go figure, Kristian Wilkerson. Wilkerson for his career, 4 receptions, 42 yards, and a touchdown. He was only targeted 8 times in those games that he's played, which hasn't been much. Again, he was an undrafted free agent by the Tennessee Titans and spent his last 3 years with New England. Realistically, this is a depth piece. Let me just look, welcome to the black hole. But again, there's not much of a resume here, especially when you're not starting, when you're not playing so many games. Realistically, this guy is probably going to be a camp body. But at the same time, there's something you guys have to look at with this, because this is going to probably frustrate a lot of you guys in here right now. And I know it did when I was putting this together this evening. Let's just take a look at our receiving room right now. Doesn't this right here, like, doesn't it really just make you think and just say, what the fuck? 11 receivers on that depth chart right now. And we did make room for Kristian Wilkerson by releasing wide receiver Tyron Johnson. But 11 receivers. We have talked about the linebacking position for the longest time. Look, we got Bernie, we got Drake Thomas, we got Robert Spillane through free agency. We still have Divine Diablo. We have Luke Masterson. But realistically, it's a very, very young linebacking room. Spillane, again, to me, was not the sexiest free agency signing when it came to the linebacker position. It wasn't a guy that really screamed like, yes, we need him, whatever. But I'm still looking at guys, and check out PlanetRaiders.com. My brother Graf did put an article out there about Kyle Van Noy. He's one guy that will co-sign on this, that I have been screaming to have Kyle Van Noy as a Raider for years on end. Every time he comes up for free agency, I'm like, we need Kyle Van Noy. We need Kyle Van Noy. We need Kyle Van Noy. He did sign with the Chargers last season, and it was a 1-year deal. This is another guy, veteran presence, another guy that's familiar with Ziegler, that's familiar with Josh McDaniels, that we could bring here, another one that we could bring in on a league vet minimum. Again, post June 1st, we could see a lot of moving and shaking, which I'm here for, but he is a guy I have on my radar. Another linebacker I have on my radar right now would be Leonard Floyd, who I talked about during Graphs Live. I mentioned him in the chat. He's another guy. He's very durable. Graph said, like, it might be a different story, a different scenario for us if he were to be here. He had guys in front of him like Aaron Donald. Look, we have Chandler Jones. We have Max. Our interior, I know, is kind of questionable right now, but we have a very, very deep depth chart right now when it comes to the defensive tackle room. Something that Patrick Graham wanted more than anybody else. Have these guys with fresh legs, have a constant rotation when it comes to that interior defensive line, can wreak havoc on the run and the pass game. A lot of these guys have very different strengths, very different weaknesses. They don't all coincide with one another. So it'll be nice to see a constant rotation, constant fresh legs, and seeing what these guys are capable of down and distance situations, passing situations, run situations, what have you. I'm happy with that depth chart right now. I'm happy with that defensive tackle room. And again, with Tyree Wilson, who's to say that he's not going to be a guy that can be plugged going back and forth between the edge and the defensive interior line. He can do both. I would like to see that for us, but we shall see as this goes moving forward. So no more Allegiant Stadium is now. Oh God, Primos, don't say that. Dominique, salute. I hope we get Peters. Hold on. Enders, I'm just taking a look. You grew up a Raider fan from the town. That's a fact. That's a fact. And why not? Why not finish your career with the team that you loved growing up? Like, come on. It writes its own story, right? We know about the news right now. Hold on. We know about the recent news with Tom Brady potentially becoming a minority owner, pretty much. Like, dude, endorsements, contracts, all that stuff, all the money he's made. I don't know if it's really legit to have that much of a stake in the franchise, but look, another person with championship DNA. I don't see why we don't bring him in here in that capacity. Who's to say he doesn't help these guys? Look, we know he's not going to be coaching, but who's to say that he's not in the ears of guys like Jimmy Garoppolo, like Aiden O'Connell? He sees things, maybe he can critique these things and help these guys develop more. We know that Jimmy Garoppolo has been around the league long enough, but still, to get advice from one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game, why the hell not? And I know a lot of people were already going off the rails about this, like, oh, like, F him, he's coming here now, and he's not playing. Like, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Like, having that type of presence in your headquarters is definitely a leg up against a lot of people, or compared to a lot of people, rather. We do know that the New England Patriots will be honoring him week 1 versus the Philadelphia Eagles. His return to New England, they're already making a big deal out of it, which, look, well-deserved. He won plenty of championships up there, and we'll see what happens. Like, there's also the reports about if he has a stake in this franchise, does this mean that his contract with Fox Sports is null and void? I don't know the full details on that. It might realistically be something that's much more of a conflict of interest, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. That's the best way to put it right now moving forward. 2 TDs per game this year. Hold on. Still need defensive help. I don't know how many times I have to say it, but we completely fine on offense. Jacobs, Renfro, Adams, Mo, Jimmy G, a quarterback. No, yeah, and there's other guys you got to take into consideration right now, Anthony. And look, Michael Mayer. I don't know if you guys saw the short on YouTube that the Raiders put up of him catching a pass, and we don't know who it's from. It could have been Jimmy G. It could have been Aiden O'Connell. I'm assuming it was Aiden O'Connell. I think this was rookie camp. So, look. Big tight end, a guy that's durable, a guy that put up some serious numbers, especially last year with Notre Dame. Baby Gronk, Mark Andrews comparisons. Casper was another one. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see what this kid is capable of doing for this franchise. As long as he stays healthy, I'm telling you now, I've talked about what Jimmy Garoppolo does when it comes to his tight ends. I've told you what he is capable of in the red zone when it comes to tight ends. Like, look, those are his security blankets. And the tight ends that he's had in his career, they've put up some ridiculous numbers with Garoppolo healthy and at the helm. We had this debate the other night for those that watched our schedule release and our predictions. And again, disclaimer out there, my predictions were unofficial. I don't want to give a legit prediction of the season until I can get a full assessment. I'm going to give it maybe week 2 of the regular season, maybe week 3, but it's way too early to make any type of predictions. We don't have a full 53-man roster. We have not seen these guys together. So realistically, it's not whatever we talked about, at least what I said, like, look, it's unofficial. We get there, we will get there. Bill Gates, my brother, we need a vet in that young cute. Bill Gates, look, bro, I'm here for it. We've been here for it for a good couple of months. We have talked about Marcus Peters day in and day out when it came to free agency. He's still a free agent. We had him in our facilities today. I absolutely would love to have him here. League vet min or even $8 to $9 million this year. Cool. Yeah, those tickets are going like $800 for the Brady game. Yeah, it's not like I'm going up there. Like, I'm not a fan of either one of the teams. So, but even the tickets to the Legion, I'm already looking on third-party sites, at least for the home opener. And you're looking at over $500, and that's nosebleed. And again, those that know me, those that have seen lives or little quick hit videos when I've been in stadiums, you'll never see me in the nosebleed. So I'm going to figure these things out as we get closer and closer and closer. Critique, salute. How's it going, Hammer? Did we just sign another receiver? We did sign a former New England Patriot. Go figure. Kristian Wilkerson. He was an undrafted free agent by the Tennessee Titans. He spent his last 3 years with the Patriots. For his career, 8 targets, 4 receptions, 42 yards, 1 touchdown. Can't body. We have, like, you guys, it's still on the screen. You guys can see how deep this receiver room is right now. We have 11 receivers. We released Tyron Johnson today and made room for the signing of Kristian Wilkerson. Again, to me, this is realistically a camp body. We shall see how this plays out. Let's see. Christopher Smith contract, 4 years, 4.08 with 244,000 fully guaranteed. Following cap hits: 2023, 811, 976 in 2024, 2025, little over $1 million, 2026, 1.2. Brandon Oliver, salute. Jack Kennis, salute. It is what it is, salute. Nesta Jade Silvera contract, 4 years, 3.9 with 101,000 guaranteed. Following cap hits. I'm just going to put this on the screen. I don't know why I read this stuff. I'd rather you guys see it too and be engaged with this. And I am going to open up the vault line. I do want to hear from you guys in regards to the visit by Marcus Peters today and the signing of Kristian Wilkerson and what you think is next for the Las Vegas Raiders. So I will put the number up. I have to set up voice. So give me a minute. I will set that up for you guys. Robert Hicks, salute. We love them Pats over here. Oh, God. Only Michael Mayer and Jacorian Bennett remained unsigned. It'll be all right. Well, they'll figure it out soon enough. They will figure it out soon enough. Look, we've signed pretty, like, just about every single person that we've either got through the draft or the undrafted. So I'm fine with that. Swin, holy crap, I haven't seen that name in my chat in a long time. Hope all is well. Let's set this up right now for you guys. Opening it up right now. Let me just make sure I have the right one set up and make sure that the audio and everything is set because we don't want to have any problems with that. Yes, we are good. So we are going to open this up for you guys. I'm not going to be on too long. I did hit you guys with that short today, and I was like, I get home, I'm going to go live. I'm going to try to be on a lot more. I know the off season is really a dead time, but look, I'd rather be back. I'd rather be on here with you guys anyways. I hate being away. This past year has been difficult from moving to everything else that was going on. I'm back. I'm going to try to be on as much as I possibly can for you. So yeah. Let's see if this works. If it does, I'll even highlight it. You guys can call in. I think that's the one that works. Yep, there it is. There it is. Shout out to Bali again. All right. There is the number right there for the vault line. 347-471-0361. If you guys want to call in, sound off. It's all about you guys. As long as you guys have been around, I've been doing this for almost 2 years. Those that have been around since day one knows this content is for each and every single one of y'all. So call on in, sound off. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions right now on the Marcus Peters visit. I want to hear about the Kristian Wilkerson signing, what you guys think of it. Like I said, I already feel that, in my opinion, that it is really much ado about nothing. It's a camp body. We're going to get over it. Sleep wasted. I can't with that picture. Yo, I'm done. I can't. Y'all are terrible. Got him. You know what? Just because of that. Just because of that. I know he's not in the building, but I'm going to play it anyways. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Shout out to my brother Wasted. You're going to Pittsburgh game in Vegas. I'll be out there. Raider Paul, right now, that is the plan. I've really, from the time the schedule release came out, I've been sitting here trying to figure out what games are going to make sense. Probably might be 2 at the most. The one thing that sucks, and I'm going to be completely honest with you guys about this right now. I'm not very happy with this schedule. I'm not in regards to the teams, but in regards to how this schedule was created. Look, week 2, we're in Buffalo, right? It's a 6-hour drive for me. Week 3, we're home. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to be doing back-to-back games. Giants and Jets, back-to-back weeks in Vegas. Yeah, I'm only going to one. I'm thinking also maybe like the last home game against the Broncos. Those are probably going to be the games I go to. We'll see. Critique, you're absolutely right. We need corners, we need linebackers, we need preferably some veteran linebackers that can just be the voice in the room. We'll see. I believe after June 1st, we're gonna have some cap. Sean, if you're in here, I want to say it's somewhere in the ballpark of like 14 to 16 million. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've really looked up numbers like that, and you guys know, like, I say it all the time. And it's weird too. I don't like numbers. I hate analytics more than anything else, right? But I can spew out stats. Growing up as a kid, math apparently was one of my best subjects. I was in honors classes, and I don't know how because I did not like math, but yeah. Sleep was. I feel like the receiver we got is pretty efficient as a backup. 4 games, 2 TDs, 43 yards is limited role, isn't bad. He's been in the league for a good couple of years, though, too. That's the thing. It's like, do we really want to go that route? Like, is he going to be a guy? Like, again, I'll pull it up again, pause, if necessary. But, like, look, this is our receiver room right now. Devontae Adams, DeAndre Carter, Philip Dorsett, Chris Lacey, Jacoby Myers, Keelan Cole, Cam Sims, Kristian Wilkerson, Hunter Renfrow, Trey Tucker, DJ Turner. Like, it's a lot. It's 11 receivers, guys. Van Noy already signed every other oh my god. The game in Vegas is going to be more lit than Buffalo. So, you know, it's funny. And shout out to Thor. We had the opportunity. He came to the East Coast and we hung out over the weekend, and he was asking me as well. And shout out to his guys that had the opportunity to meet while we were out here, while they were out here as well. There's nothing to do up there. Like, and I know this more or less from growing up on the East Coast. Like, look, upstate New York does not compare to Long Island and the 5 boroughs. Realistically, and let me fix that. Suffolk County, Long Island, upstate New York are more one and the same. Like, it's the sticks. There ain't shit to do out there. There ain't shit to do upstate. So realistically, I don't think that I don't think I'm going to take that trip. Again, 6-hour drive. Like, I'm going to drive up 6 hours, tailgate, go to the game, drive another 6 hours back. No, I'm better off just going to the home game and being done with it. Like, that's at least how I think I'm just going to go to the Steelers game and call it a day. Yeah, that's the other thing. Sunday Night Football, like, I really have to think about how I'm going to maneuver this, but we'll see how it goes, man. We will see. Again, the vault line is open. I'll put it in the chat once again for anybody that wants to call in. If not, again, I'm not going to be on very long. I don't even know how long we've been on already because I don't have a clock here to tell me, which doesn't matter to me. But I appreciate everybody in the chat. And for those that are just coming on in, for those that haven't already, I don't know why this looks the way it does. Those coming in here, those that are in here for the very first time, do not let it be your last. As you can see on the SeatGeek ticker on the bottom of the screen, we are on that road to 7K. So break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash the bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions. I believe, if I remember correctly, we're like 80 something away from, I think 83, if I remember correctly, away from 6,500. So support means a lot. Appreciate everybody that's in here hanging out with your boy tonight. Much appreciated, each and every single one of y'all. And again, if you guys want to call in, here's a number right there for the vault line, 347-471-0361. Call on in. Let's hang out for a little bit longer if you guys are up to it. Oh, man. Feel better, dude. Feel better. Wait, Paul, which one is that? Vegas? The home opener I can't miss. The home opener I absolutely can't miss. I will be out there for that. Bill Gates, my brother, who do you think starts slot outside corner if we get Peters? Bennett played very good in the slot. I still look at Jacorian Bennett as being our number 2. If we do sign Peters, you're probably looking at Peters, Jacorian Bennett. You're probably going to see, actually, you might see a competition for that number 2 spot between Hobbs and Jacorian. And whichever wins out the number 2 spot, you're going to see that next person be the slot. I kind of would much prefer seeing Hobbs back at the slot. Like, that's where he thrived. So we shall see. Like, I was very high on Hobbs last year coming out through preseason as an outside corner for the simple fact that, look, this dude is going one-on-one in practice every day with one of the elites, if not the elite receiver, that is Devontae Adams. Iron sharpens iron. So I was good with it. But I think that Hobbs thrives and is a lot more successful at the slot. So we shall see. Am I going to Colorado? I am not. So appreciate you, youngster. I'd see Shelby and Peters on the outside. She'll see, man. Again, we still have a lot of time before training camp. Like, it's May 15th. This is just, I hate waiting, especially because the schedule came out. Like, that makes it worse. Everybody is excited for the schedule. Of course I was too, but it's like, okay, the schedule came out on Thursday and it's like, hold on. Realistically, where is it? I can't find it. This is what I hate. Like, realistically, when the schedule came out, I was excited. Yes, I was excited. But then I'm thinking to myself, fuck! 4 months still. Like, 4 more months until the regular season. And that's all that ran through my head. Like, I'm just like, fuck! I don't want to wait that long. Like, I want to... Of course, preseason is exciting. We get to see ultimately who produced, who did their thing, who makes the final cuts, right? But at the same time, we saw what Josh McDaniels did or did not do in preseason last season. We saw them use Jacobs starting in the Hall of Fame game. And look, it caused a whole mass hysteria. He's being traded. Where is he going? Da-da-da-da. McDaniels cleaned it up real quick, said no, he's not going anywhere. We saw what Jacobs did. Jacobs was franchise tagged. He has yet to sign that tag. And again, I'm cool with it right now because, look, keeps him healthy, keeps him fresh. Who's to say we don't get a deal done either just before the start of training camp or the tail end of the preseason? I still do believe that he will be back. Hashtag pay JJ28. Hashtag pay baby beast mode. I did lower my my contract offer to him. 4 years, $52 million as opposed to 55. Still $40 million guaranteed. Don't see why you don't take it. You want to finish your career as a Raider. You say that you want to be retired by the age of 30. I'm here for it, man. Take that deal. Ride off into the sunset as a Raider. Help this franchise win a championship before you hang it up. I think that's all we want. Realistically. Let's see. Am I missing anybody in here? Hammer said, Jake said agreed. Hobbs in the slot. Yeah. 12-5, baby. I'm already looking forward to losing to Buffalo. Split with the... Yeah. We shall see. I still think, and there was an article I was reading last night where they think that the week 1 matchup against us, and I'm talking about the Broncos right now, is going to be their coming out party. And look, we've talked about this. The Broncos have not beat us since we've become the Las Vegas Raiders. We've won 6 straight. Well, do we keep that momentum going? I think so, but we'll see what happens come week 1. I hope O'Connell is our TB12. A lot of people have said that. And I made my statement on this. Paul, appreciate you, man. From the other side of the pond, appreciate you as always. Thank you. When it comes to Aiden O'Connell, I said it, and this is a kind of, I really hope you prove me wrong. I'm looking at Aiden O'Connell as probably a serviceable backup throughout his career, but what do I know? We'll see. We see how he develops in the system, see how quickly he can learn the system, and if he thrives throughout training camp, throughout preseason, learns from somebody with experience in the system in Jimmy Garoppolo. We'll see what happens for him in the future, but my opinion right now, I think he's just going to be a serviceable backup and might be one of those journeyman backups, and it's not an insult, just a fact of life. We'll see. We need Marcus, hopefully. You're talking about Quinnen? Yeah, look, he'd be another guy that would be great. He is yet to sign his contract with the New York Jets. But I think he's looking for a lot of money. So we have to see. I wouldn't mind it, even maybe if they go on a proven play contract for 1 year. But shout out to Rob, 4 months, man. I feel like it's been longer than that though, but it's all good. But yes, I Marcus, absolutely. We haven't really heard anything other than, yes, he visited with the Raiders in Henderson today. We haven't heard anything else, and we'll probably hear something within the next few days. But you know how this goes, and this is one thing this is why I said earlier, like, please lock that damn door behind you until he signs a contract. We've had guys that have come in that have walked out without contracts, and at times it's bit us in the ass. So we shall see. Donkey's console. Oh my God. There you go, Jack. All right. No, they still look. All right, guys. I'm gonna be pacing around like an expected father until we sign a linebacker. I can't knock you for that, bro. Cannot knock you for that. Like I said, like we've talked about this a couple times throughout this live today. We need that veteran presence. Kyle Van Noy, Leonard Floyd, Quan Alexander, but apparently he was visiting with the Steelers today. Doesn't really mean anything, but we'll see. We will see. O'Connell is a 24-year-old Brian. Oh, see? This is why, but this is what I'm saying, and I guess people look at it the same way that I do right now, like in regards to maybe that's just what he's going to be, is a serviceable, potentially journeyman backup quarterback in the league. We'll see. Afakasi, Aussie. Rob, Pat Queen is another guy we've talked about. The Ravens did decline his 5th-year option. I think he was due something like between like $17 to $24 million, if I remember correctly. It all depends. Something has to make sense there. Like, we've talked about it with Patrick Queen. We talked about We heard this from like various people. Trade Renfro to Baltimore with the money that Baltimore has or does not have right now after signing Lamar Jackson's had extension. The contract that Renfro has is a little bit too much for them, too rich for their blood. I don't think that they're going to have a trade like that. So here we go. Tyree Wilson's contract, 4 years, 25 mil, 25 mil fully guaranteed, 5th-year option standard, cap hit, 2023, 4.5, 25, 5.6, 26, 6.8, 7.9. Okay. We're going to scoop up all the stars. They want new deals. Yeah, but do we have all that money? That's the thing. Do we have all that money to fill those holes and fill those voids that we need right now? Time will tell. D-Mag, nothing else has come out of it right now. Right. Renfro would free up 11 mil. So that, I guess, I don't know if June 1st is going to be like that day for him. Like, look, we knew we knew what D-Day was for our former quarterback. But is June 1st like going to be that day for Hunter Renfro? We'll see. Again, with a receiver room right now of 11 receivers deep, it's hard to tell, but I don't think Renfro is going anywhere. I really don't. We signed Byron Young. Okay. People are really overrating Sean Payton. Do people remember the last time we played Payton? Do they really expect a magical turnaround in week 1? The analysts do. And I'm going to, you know what? Black Sunday, you just brought up a very, very valid opinion right there. And I definitely give you props for this, because here's another one that's come out. And this came out on Thursday night when the schedule came out. And it was the most laughable thing ever. I even called ESPN Radio in New York Saturday and just was like, y'all got to stop. Y'all got to put it down. Put the pipe down, please. The NFL Network has the New York Jets projected to go 13-4, and that includes beating us when we meet them. I believe it's week 9, week 10. 13-4. Just because of one guy? Don't get me wrong. 2022, an amazing draft class. And you guys heard me mention it when we did our draft in Vegas, that the Ravens, the Eagles, the Jets had 3 very, very solid draft classes, right? Garrett Wilson ultimately won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Sauce Gardner won Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't know how I feel about that, especially when you're coming out right out the gate. Again, not even down to a 53-man roster, but they're coming out the gate. The Jets are going 13-4. The Jets are going to win a Super Bowl. The Jets could be Super Bowl contenders. Like, stop the cap already. Stop the cap. We haven't even gotten through week 1 yet, and we're already starting with some asinine predictions. When was the last time the Jets were in the playoffs? I believe it was 2010, if I remember correctly. Stop the cap. I think the Ravens signed Queen to an extension before his 4th year starts this year. Interesting. The Raiders will have cap relief next year with all the dead cap coming off the books. Yeah, all the guys that the Mayock and Gruden regime screwed us over with. Yeah. When you screw yourself as big as the Broncos did with that Russ contract, you need to make a headline move to take the attention away, like hiring Peyton. Well, maybe Peyton is the guy in that room that will humble Russell Wilson just a little bit. Like, all the shit that we heard last year, dude's got 5 car parking spaces, his own office, and this, that, and the third. Like, somebody needs to just humble him just a little bit. Maybe Mad Max can humble him with a couple of hits this coming season. We'll see. You screw yourself. Oh, I just talked about that. What's wrong with me? Last time we played Sean Payton Monday Night Football was the Waller show. We beat them with Drew Brees as their quarterback. There you go. 2020, when Waller was healthy before turf toe. Somebody do me a favor and let me know, because again, I don't know. I can't see how long have we been live for. And again, if anybody wants to call in, I'll open the vault line, but I'm curious to know how long we've been on for, because I don't know at this point in time. No. Anthony, that was like a rumor that was created a couple of weeks ago. It's not real. I know what you're talking. No. This was something that I think we were live, and I think I joked around about it, but it's not real. It's not real at all. I don't think anybody's given him that opportunity or that time of day. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate you. It feels longer than that, actually. You know what? I'm going to try this one more time. If you guys want to call in, call in. I think we might try to go back to doing using the other platform. Maybe once, maybe twice a week, and have other people pull up. We are, or you guys rather, are going to be in store for a lot of new things as we get closer to the season. Me and Big Mike are going to start doing some lives together. We've talked about it so many times. You guys have seen us when we've done WWEs. He was one of the frequent callers when we did the fantasy football stardom sit-ems. Once the season comes around, or actually as we get closer to the season, probably like more towards the middle and tail end of the preseason, we're going to be doing a lot of fantasy football. And we're going to go in depth probably twice a week, maybe, realistically 3 times. The third time will be on Sundays for stardom sit-ems. And we'll also probably be doing a little bit of prop bets for you guys as well. Like, Mike was on point with a lot of his stuff during the season. So we're going to have Big Mike on. If you guys aren't subscribed to him yet, Big Mike Raider on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to him. He's on that road to 1K. And also check out his articles just as much as Wasted's. And Graf did one today on Kyle Van Noy, but check out the new Planet Raiders, your one-stop spot for everything Raiders. Check out the articles. You guys are not going to be disappointed. I can guarantee you that. I'm going to start working on something this coming week as it pertains to the schedule. I'm going to try to do a breakdown of each opponent, the new additions, key players, and take it from there and give my thoughts and opinions. I'm not going to legit write out like my prediction. Oh, we're going to beat. I'm just going to give you guys a preview. And obviously the preview will change once the season starts and we go into the real matchup previews like we've done for nearly 2 years. But I'm going to give you guys some detailed information on our opponents for the 2023 season. So you guys aren't going to want to miss that. A QB with a 70% winning record cannot be considered a serviceable QB. So if Mahomes would be one, good company for... Talk that shit, Jimmy. Miguel, I saw Jimmy at the end of the sentence, but talk that shit, Miguel. Oh my God, I hate this chair. I really need to get this changed out soon. Wait, is that right? Okay, so yeah, I don't know why that showed up. All right. Great, I hope to play another year of that. I got third last year. Yeah, we are also probably... No, not probably. We're definitely going to do this again. But I want to make sure that everybody is aware of it early so they don't miss out. Like, I think I missed a game or two or like a full week during the season, but we are going to go back to doing the pigskin pick'em. We will have a huge giveaway at the end of the year. You guys aren't going to want to miss that. I actually still owe Desert, so I got to reach out to him soon and make sure to take care of him. But yeah, we'll definitely do the pigskin pick'em again. I will definitely do the pigskin pick'em again, and you pick every single team on a week by week basis. And we can do the survival one too if you guys want to get in on that. But like I said, once we get closer to the start of the season, I will promote it. I will remind you guys, and if you guys are down, just enter. I will set everything up the way that we had it set up last year, so you won't want to miss that. Wow. Crazy. All right, guys. We've been on for over 40 minutes. Like I said, I wasn't expecting to be on very long. Hold on one sec. Let me just touch on this comment. Mark Davis is going to sell TB12 part of the team. The TB12 needs to play on a 1 year. Oh, God. Yeah, have him be Jackie Moon. He'll be owner, player, coach, no, it's not going to happen. And again, regardless of like the endorsements and all the money he's earned playing in the league, I don't think he has enough to actually own like even remotely half of the team. Like unless he has a bunch of investors backing him, there's no way. And that's no shade, that's no disrespect in any way, shape, or form, but realistically, like unless he has a couple of investors backing him, he can't. I don't even believe, in my opinion, I don't know what his personal money is, whatever, but I'm pretty sure he can't afford, at least by himself, half of the value of this franchise. So it is what it is. As a starter, Jimmy G hasn't stayed healthy one full season. He's only serviceable at best. Look, when he's out there, though, he's accurate. He wins. He's got playoff experience. He's got a Super Bowl experience under his belt, too. So, again, I'm optimistic, but I'm excited. And we know realistically what the contract is. And, like, if you guys really follow the language of the contract, it's more or less like similar to that of a former quarterback. It's similar to that of what Geno Smith is getting right now. Like, you better show and prove year one, or we can just get out of the contract. So we'll see. Minority owner can be 1% of the ownership. That's right. I would have to see the exact numbers for the value of the team, and I'd be able to tell you. But right now, I don't know. You better stay out of there. Oh, man. All right. We've been on for over 40 minutes, probably over 45 minutes now. I appreciate everybody that came on in today and pulled on up. Again, I'm going to try to be back on as much as I possibly can. It is now, 7:33 on the East Coast, so 4:33 out there for you guys. On your way out, if you haven't already, break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash the bell to stay up to date with all your news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions in the house at Hammer Built, by the nation, for the nation, Raider Nation News Today. Continue to stay safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. COVID is actually over, but still, wash your hands and your asses. And as always, win, lose, or tie, Raider Nation, till I die. Till next time, y'all. Peace, love, and positivity. I'm out.